Hi, I'm Saren.
And I'm Ray.
We're your Spider Baby hosts from To Know Her Is to Fear Her, a Spider-Woman podcast, as well as proud members of the collective.
You're listening to Capes and Lunatics. Gimme, gimme.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Hey, this is Tim Seeley, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Diggity dink.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Nightwing News. I am Phil. Well, Kristen isn't here yet. She said she's on her way, so let's get this episode started. Any moment. Who wants to take that? Tonight, episode 98. So close on our journey to episode 100. With our big episode 100. Two for you there. But tonight, we will be covering a tale from 2015, Convergence, Nightwing and Oracle. Yeah, the next episode, and then we'll skip 100 because our big plans. Then episode 101 will be back. We'll be covering some of the Convergence 2-issue miniseries. Like I said, this one, next one, and then for episode 101. So anything dealing with Nightwing. So tonight, like I said, tonight will be the Nightwing Oracle. I know I'll explain here, but I'll probably have to explain once Kristen gets here. Convergence was a series in 2015. It took place over 2 months. There was an episode 1 and an episode 2. It was a 2-month thing. All the issue 1s were in 1 month, and then the next month was all the issue 2s. Because if you want, in story continuity, it was a whole thing with like Brainiac and another alien, and like just different DC characters from different eras. It could be any era, even like Elseworlds tales. Like Superman Red Sun, because he'll appear, I think it's, episode 101. He'll be the antagonist there. There were just bottled cities of like different DC heroes from different continuities, and they would have to fight villains or each other. We'll get into it more as like I said, we have 3 issues, 3 episodes dedicated to this. The real reason why. Oh, now you show up.
There we go!
I was about to read a synopsis for the first issue. Okay.
Third time's a charm.
That's all right. I really laid out the whole thing behind Convergence. Were you familiar with Convergence? Like what the whole thing was about?
Well, I'm glad you said, because I was going to ask you about that, because it's been a while, and I started reading this issue, and I was like, what's up with these evil hawk people? Whatever. I don't care. It was just I'm not reading this book for them.
It was just basically a 2-month event where like all the regular books went on hiatus, and they did like these 2-issue miniseries where like all these.
Oh yeah, definitely. What's with the evil hawk people though?
I don't know. It's just a thing where like all these DC characters were plucked out of like different time periods, even like alternate realities. So.
Oh, okay. So it's not necessarily that the evil hawk people are in.
Yeah, I don't think
every book.
I don't know. Yeah, no, just this one. Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. It's that's what I was saying. It's like every book, it's like they could either fight like evil characters, or there's like even some where like they might fight supposed to fight other heroes or something. The real reason it went down is because it was, I don't know if you remember, it was that time in 2015 when DC moved their offices from New York to California.
Oh, is this when they went to? Is this when they did Rebirth, or was
it was right before Rebirth? But yeah, this was like, but they did this for 2 months instead of the regular books, I guess, to give them a break so everyone could like move offices and stuff. But so
got it.
So cool. Is this the first time you read these?
No, I'd read them before.
Okay. So,
but I mostly remembered, like, oh, the Nightwing one, Dick and Barbara get together. Like, that was really the only thing that stuck in my mind from the first time I read it.
I know, and everyone's pretty well separated, because it would have been weird, because, like, yeah, like I said, next episode, it's going to be, like, the Teen Titans team of the 80s, and there's a Dick Grayson there, too.
Yeah.
And then,
I suppose it's kind of another sort of playing around with the multiverse sort of thing. So that way, you know, that can be the solution for everybody that has different ships and whatnot that they like. Well, there can be one universe where Dick's with Barbara, and another one where he's with Starfire. And there can be a universe where Bruce is with Talia, and another one where he's with Selena, and
wait till episode 101 when we do the Convergence. It's like the Dick Grayson of Earth 2, you know, it's like where he never became Nightwing, he just stayed Robin even as an adult. And he works with
doesn't he have a son in that one? And he like gets smashed? Or is this a different one?
I didn't reread it. I don't know, but I know he works with like the Helena Wayne Huntress. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. I might be thinking of Earth 2. I might be thinking of Earth 2 Society, where doesn't he like get smashed?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right. Let's talk about these Convergence. Yeah, Nightwing and Oracle number 1. Like you said, yeah, it's evil Hawk people. It opens up with them like killing a bunch of characters. I guess like Old West versions.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it's killing some steampunk people.
Yeah, because I guess that one's supposed to be Blue Beetle. They call the one Gardner, so I guess that's supposed to be Guy Gardner. If this was a story, I apologize, kids. I'm not familiar with it. Okay, yeah, here's the credits I was looking for. Yeah, Gail Simone. Yeah, of course, writer. Gail's a good writer. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember. This is after her time, but I know Gail Simone wrote Birds of Prey for a while, so.
Yeah, I think she wrote Birds of Prey, though, before New 52, right?
Yeah.
Because then for a while they didn't have Birds of Prey, and then they did it, and then I don't think they have it anymore.
Well, I mean, that works, too, because this is supposed to be, like, you know, Dick and Barbara from before New 52, so.
Right.
But yeah, Gail's a good writer.
That's why he's in blue.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hawk people being evil.
I was going to say 2015, this might have been when we had Grayson, so I mean, I'm trying to remember, we might have been like, oh yes, Nightwing, because...
Yeah, well, because, Dick was, New 52 happened, and then...
Yeah, Forever Evil,
there were 30 issues of him as Nightwing, the Forever Evil stuff happened, and then there were 20 issues of Grayson, and then it was after Grayson that Rebirth happened. Yeah, Rebirth happened when...
Yeah, Rebirth was 2016. Yeah, Rebirth was 2016, and that's when he went back to Nightwing. Yeah, so this was 2015. So yeah, this was Grayson time. Yeah. So
I think Convergence was supposed to like reset stuff because Rebirth was supposed to be kind of DC soft acknowledgement that we effed some stuff up, and a lot of you don't like some of the changes we made.
Well, yeah, too, and it's like they had the everyone always accused them of like, oh yeah, every 10 to 20 years they reboot and just, restart everything. So I guess they didn't like that. So they were just like, oh, no, we're not restarting. We're just doing something different. But as time goes on, even today, it's like they keep adding more and more stuff from like before New 52. So it's like, yeah, they know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't really do that. I mean, how are you going to take something that's communal intellectual property and just pretend like the past 70 some years didn't happen and totally restart? I mean, if they really wanted to do that, they would have had to go back to that they didn't really want to do that.
I mean, they kind of did that a little after Crisis on Infinite Earths, but it wasn't like such a big thing as they did with like New 52. It's like, oh, everyone's in armor. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, Superman needs armor. Okay.
But I mean, even so, with Crisis on Infinite Earths, they were trying to get rid of the multiverse, and then they realized that was a bad idea. I mean, if you really wanted to start over, you would have to go back to like only Batman, pre-Robin, do that for a while, and like they're not going to do that because you have all of these other characters that you make money on. So
yeah, it's so weird.
Just go with it.
Yeah, because that's the thing. After Crisis and after like Flashpoint started the New 52, it's like. Yeah, after New 52, guess who had the smallest changes? Batman, because those books sold so well.
Right, and I always figure because it's fiction anyway, you don't need to make everything fit together. Oh, yeah. You can have, you're already running multiple Batman books, so why don't you run? Like they used to do it in the 90s. Batman Legends of the Dark Knight tended to be Batman books that were just Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Like he wasn't with his allies. They were just Batman stories.
Oh, yeah, up to, issue 100 of Legends of the Dark Knight, it was, supposed to be, I think, in Batman's first year, and it's continuity wasn't important, yeah.
Yeah. You can do that, just let people know that's what, just say, hey, if you just want your Batman as, us criminals are a superstitious and cowardly lot, and I'm a gritty loner, then read this book. But if you don't want that Batman, kind of when we had Batman Gotham Knights. If you like Batman that's not a gritty loner and instead hangs out with his family, read this book.
But yeah, the beginning of this sets up the evil Hawk people, and it's, basically they kill this town, and if you're not reading anything else, you see, it's basically, they have to kill basically supposedly to save their world, because, all these are set up as contests. It's two sides fight. Whoever loses, their city gets destroyed.
That's pretty intense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and there's something with these, and when I did kind of vaguely remember, there's something with these big domes that have come up.
Yeah, they're under a dome because, in some of these books, because I'm trying to remember, I don't think they know here. Yeah, the domes go up, and because a lot of these cities, they don't even know they're off of Earth. They're on this alien planet. Some of them don't even know they've left Earth. They just think, oh, we're trapped under a dome.
Oh, okay. That was probably the one weird thing to me in this book, was that Starfire got trapped in the Gotham Dome.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I'm trying to remember. For some reason, I think a lot of people got stuck in Gotham for some reason, and I don't know why, because there was in the one book, Superman and Lois got stuck in a Gotham. I don't know. They were at some reporters convention or something. Cause I don't know why they picked Gotham, but I think most, if not all, the books, people were trapped in Gotham, even if they weren't originally from Gotham.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah. So yeah,
all the heroes can hang out together, be with their friends.
Yeah, so that's part of the thing in this, that it's basically everyone's stuck under this dome with whatever they had in the city when the dome went up. Because I think it's been a year, since they supposedly that these domes went up. So
yeah, but yes, you can also tell that this is an alternate timeline because yes, Nightwing is a little more armored up. It's not as sleek. That always seems to be the oh, this is how we signal it's an alternate timeline. He's either it's more armory and boxy, he's in the future, or if he's in the past, it's with that Justice League stuff, it's he has an animal skin that's part of the outfit or something.
And two, I think, he said something about getting some of Bruce's stuff, I think later on in this issue or the next one, so I wonder if he's just cannibalizing bat suits too at this point.
Yeah, it could be. But, also it feels kind of like a conceit that they use a lot when they go into the future, is people get a little more.
Oh, yeah. This is I'm not as fast as I used to be. I need a little more protection, yeah.
Oh, all right.
So, yeah, the Nightwing's there. He's talking to the Oracle, and I guess Mr. Freeze is robbing the museum again?
Yep.
He's about to go through the skylight, and Barbara's like, no, they can't... They can't replace this skylight because, we're stuck under this dome. So he's like, the window good? She's like, yeah. So he goes through the window. He crashes through the window.
And then Mr. Freeze just is surrenders.
I know. He's kind of like, what's the point?
Yep.
But he's like, yeah, I guess he was trying to steal these diamonds. He's like, they don't even guard them anymore. Oh, he's like, they didn't even set the alarm.
Take me to jail. Push me in the river. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And Barbara's saying she feels kind of like Mr. Freeze.
Yep.
They're not emotionally surviving the transition.
Because the police take Freeze away. They don't even have their guns out.
Yep.
But then Dick says he's going offline. He's gonna meet her for dinner. But then we see Starfire come in.
Yeah, and that's a weird. I don't know. Somehow they're all twisted up on a rope. Confusing.
Thought maybe she was flying. Or does she have her?
I think she is fly. Yeah, I guess maybe she must fly up next to him because he's on the rope.
So
it's
I guess she must have just happened to be in Gotham too. That she's stuck under this dome too.
Right, yeah, that's why I said I was like, oh, this is kind of cute. But then I was like, wait, how'd she get stuck under the dome, too?
So yeah, even Dick's talking about, he's like, I just saw Freeze, the most single-minded man I've ever known, just give up, just stop caring. And he's even like, this dome, it could be a forever thing.
So I guess he's kind of saying, if this dome is forever and we're all miserable, do I even have the right to be happy? And Starfire is a good person to talk to about this, because I think Starfire will always tell you, you should do what it takes to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
She's very positive like that.
Oh yeah, she's a very she's a very emotional person. She's like, yeah, you have the chance that you must do this thing.
Right.
What thing is that?
Well, we're about to find out.
Because then he's back. We see him back at the clock tower with Barbara. Yep. It was weird, Babs. Victor Freeze isn't the warmest guy, if you'll pardon the pun.
She says, do I have to?
She's like, maybe he's had a bad day. Dick's like, I get it. I always felt bad for him. And she's like, why? Because he had true love and she died. Get dressed, true love. We're going out. See, Starfire's good, but see, Barbara, true love. Kids.
Right. Then they go, I don't know, somewhere. They're lucky Poison Ivy was under the dome with them. Otherwise, they probably really have no food.
Yeah, because she's growing stuff. Because she kind of did that during No Man's Land, too. So I guess she's growing stuff in the park. Because it's not Barbara thinking, to go to some restaurant. But the menus get, like, lighter every week. Cause,
it says no pork, no beef.
Yeah.
The waitress is like, well, there aren't any specials, so.
So I guess she's getting a linguine with clam sauce.
Gross.
Well,
I mean, I suppose if you like clams, good, but I'm not a clam person.
Well, again, the selection may be very limited. So.
I know. I wonder how long the clams will last. They're dome clams.
I was gonna say, is there anything in that river? It's like,
clams apparently.
It's the Gotham River. I don't know if you want to eat anything out of there. Probably toxic waste in there.
There it is.
But yeah, he says, we've been connected since the day we met. I loved you when I didn't know what love was. You've been the friend I can never doubt, and the partner I didn't know was possible. Whatever happens in this world, I know we can bear it if we have each other. He pulls out the ring. Barbara Gordon, will you marry me? Aww. And she says she can't.
He says, I don't understand.
And then everyone starts yelling, look, it's dissolving, the dome's disappearing. And Barbara's like, yeah, we're free. And then they see the Hawk people coming over.
Saying that, that's why she can't marry him, because of what the dome's doing to her. And then, the Hawk people are like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're saying, it's going to be a fight.
Yeah, they basically tell them, they even say, oh, yeah, you guys have had heroic Hawk people on your world. We are not those Thanagarians. Yep. Oh, my lord. The Hawk woman says to Barbara, you and your male pet are to fight me and my own.
Yeah. Well, they're not very, yes. They're not very nice, these bad Hawk people.
And she even says to Barbara, you are plainly incapacitated. You're no threat to us.
I know, right. See, these people are not just not nice, they're idiots. Very ill-informed, shall we say.
Well, you make a convincing pitch, I'll grant you that, but there's one little monkey wrench in that plan, and his name is Nightwing.
Except there's 2 monkey wrenches in that plan, and the other one's name is Oracle. But that's the big reveal.
I guess the immediate one, because he comes crashing out and kicks the Hawkman. She's like, you won't need my help. Sort this mess out after they've been pummeled and sentient. The Hawk woman gets behind Barbara. Yeah, Dick's fighting the Hawkman. They don't like to fight. Oh, but the Hawk people say our adopted Earth city is weak and venial. We will lose the contest, forfeit our city and let it burn, and your city will give the 2 of us refuge. But they're like, yeah, we'll come over, we'll let our city die, and then they're like, we'll rule your city. Because they're like, if either city wins, some shred of Earth will survive. If we die, it'll be as if our planet didn't exist.
Yeah, and then they come up with this weird robot thing.
Yeah, I think it's
Zorbicon.
I think it's part of the main alien who brought all these cities here is watching everything.
Okay.
But yeah, each of these has the capacity to destroy 10 city blocks. Basically blow up the bridge that was already broken. Do you accept the terms? No. Dick, you said you'd settle by combat. All right, let's settle it by combat. No deal. But they're still giving them an hour to decide. If you choose to fight, meet us at the rocks to the north. Our eyes will be watching. And that's when Dick's like, okay, we got an hour to prepare. And Barbara's like, no, I can't fight them. She's telling him they're too strong. Barbara, it's Gotham, our home. See, I don't have time for this. I'm hitting the cave's arsenal. So she says she's not going to help. He swings away, but then I guess she has a plan of her own that I guess she don't want anyone to overhear.
I was going to say, I guess it says they have eyes everywhere. They're listening to everything we say. So
it's because I'm Barbara freaking Gordon, also known as Oracle, and I started fighting them 10 minutes ago. Okay, I will assume that maybe Bruce has like another cave, like right now he has a bunch of like smaller caves all throughout the city since he's not staying at the manor. But it's like, at this point, it's like, wouldn't Wayne Manor be so far out of the city it wouldn't be under the dome?
I don't know. Maybe it's a really big dome. We don't know how big this dome is.
Or unless
it's giant.
Or unless he's talking about, something under the Wayne building.
Yep. It's comic books, selective aging and that kind of stuff. The dome is as big as you need the dome to be.
He just says the cave, and we don't see him in the cave, so yeah, it could be anything. And then issue 2, the cover kind of gives it away. The end away.
Well, got to give the people what they came for.
I guess. So if people don't know what Convergence is, they're probably like, oh, look, Dick and Barbara got married.
They'll be real mad. So, all right, then Barbara's kind of explaining what those Zorbicons are. They're little creepy robot dudes for sure.
Putting her hair up, getting ready.
Yeah, you know it's real when you put in a ponytail.
So yeah, the Hawk people are waiting for Dick, and he shows up in the plane, in the Batwing. He's thinking to himself, "Gotta admit, it's not been the best night."
This is true.
The woman I love turned me down flat. These 2 homicidal creeps want me to fight to save 7 million Gothamites, and I'm out here alone. But at least I had full access to the cave's armory. So basically, he hit them with the plane.
They're like, "You're dead." He's like, "Oh, just kidding." And they're like, "A feint! He yet lives!"
Well, I think they think that he like kamikazed them and killed himself, but
yeah, then he pulls up, "Meet the Rocket Wing. It was a birthday present. Good old Bruce. Always knows just what I want."
Then he comes shooting out of it at the Hawkwoman. "You wanted to dance, lady? Okay, let's see you dance."
I guess it's some kind of fancy pants, well, yeah, motorcycle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then, which again, like, fine, more people, but then Black Canary shows up, so, like, how many heroes are in Gotham? Also, Starfire's in Gotham, why isn't she helping?
That's what I was going to say, too, yeah. It's like, why isn't Starfire out there?
Well, and then later, when they get married, although maybe they're back down on Earth, I don't know, but Bruce is there, so it's like, where were all these people?
But yeah, so we see Barbara talking to somebody, in a hood, and then I guess she just had a helicopter laying around. Is that a Batman or a Batgirl copter? Because it doesn't look like a bat on the front of that, kind of.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's some kind of bat. It's a Batcopter.
Unless she just painted it on there. But yeah, then we get back to Dick fighting the Hawk people. Our Absorbicons told us you were a tumbler. How quaint.
No, they're so rude.
I know. But we Acrobat, we own the wind. You had the chance to surrender. Now it is to be a contest by blood. I mean, Dick's still not doing too bad against 2 of them.
Plus, I don't know. Surely he probably figures Barbara has some kind of plan.
Yeah. Well, perhaps she calls him Peacock. The Peacock can fight. Is that it? But yeah, Hawkman starts beating on him. And then Oracle tells, "Yep, we see it's Black Canary." Yeah. Let them
Yeah, because they're saying, like, your defeat is assured. Even your mistress, I assume they mean Barbara, knows this. Our Absorbicons see and hear all. So Barbara's like, yeah, see, they hear everything. So, boom, Black Canary's about to give it everything she's got.
Yep, because it hits the Hawk people. Not just Gotham City saying hello, you feathered fascists. So yeah, it's coming through their helmets, so Hawkwoman's take off the helmet. Dick, well, brought to your knees by your own gear. How quaint, because they called him quaint to be.
Burn!
That's right. Burn!
But now Gotham now has another 1 million more people, because then Barbara says, speaking on behalf of 8 million Gothamites, kick his ass. So is it 7 million or 8 million? Maybe it's in between. Maybe Dick rounded down and Barbara rounds up.
Maybe.
Or maybe there were 1 million Gothamites born just that second because it was such a badass moment. They were like, yes, this is the world we want to be in. Woo!
I don't know, maybe it was originally 7. I mean, I think they've been a year under the dome. People might have had a lot of babies.
I know, which is that it would tax their resources.
Yeah. So yeah, Dick starts going after the Hawkman. He's like, glad to hear you made it, Oracle. Because she's up in the helicopter. Hawkwoman comes for her.
Like, the woman. Barbara's like, uh-oh.
Yep. So basically crashes her. Then Hawkman's like, enough. Hawkwoman says, your city will be the new Thanagar. You are defeated. That's when Barbara pulls out her sticks. Do I look defeated to you? You don't want to earn this victory. You just want to eat off the carrion. Maybe they should call you Buzzard Girl.
And then Black Canary was supposed to do something right at that moment.
Yeah, but she's not having any luck. So Barbara's fighting Hawkwoman, then I guess picks up her mace.
Yeah, well, she hits her, and so she drops it.
Yep.
So she's able to grab it.
I guess as Hawkwoman's trying to figure out what to do, yeah, Dick comes walking up with the defeated Hawkman.
That's right.
Dick says, we win.
And Barbara says, oh, Dick, you magnificent, gorgeous hunk of adorableness.
No.
Actually, she thinks it.
But yeah, Hawkwoman's ready to have those Absorbicons level Gotham.
But now Canary's got it ready.
Oh yeah, because she was trying. Yeah, they were trying to I guess hack those Absorbicons because Hawkwoman's like, yeah, they use languages long dead even on my planet.
Right, well, they're like, yeah, we know you're really good at cracking stuff, so that's why we use those.
The Absorbicons.
Like, yeah, well.
The Absorbicons are uncrackable, but the alien drones aren't, because there's drones there too.
That's what they use. Sing! Ah!
And Dick's like, you could have told me you had a plan, Red. She's like, well, I was only 30% sure it'd work.
She could have been like, I didn't want them to overhear. Surely they have a secret winky signal or something to be like, I have a plan.
But yeah, Hawkgirl's like, my planet, that's all extinct. And Barbara's like, no, you can live with us. Curate your culture. But if you get any thoughts of a colonizing nature, we'll show you what defeated really looks like. Dick, everything on me hurts. Well, you pick a fight with alien soldiers, you get your hair mussed up. And then she says that the proposal scared her, and he says, I know, you live for perfection. Whatever this world is, it's definitely not perfect. She's like,
yeah, you get me sometimes. But that is also the saying. You should marry that person that gets you. That makes a...
But she says, it's never going to be perfect. It's always going to be just us making the best of what we've given. I was wondering if you might ask again after you kiss me. I don't look my best and my entire face is banged sideways. So yeah, he picks her up out of the chair.
Aww.
And the next thing we see, I don't know how much time has passed, there's looks like the wedding.
Those things I don't like that one. His face is, I guess his face was supposed to be banged sideways, but Dick is a little too bulky in these issues.
Yeah.
For my taste. That's my only thing is I'm not totally in love with the art.
So is that supposed to be Is that supposed to be Bruce there at the wedding?
Yeah, I'm thinking, so there's an earthquake. So I'm thinking, and I don't know, I guess they go back to Earth. I don't know about that. But yeah, I'm guessing, so it's in the front, it's Clark in the glasses, and then you think that's maybe Diana?
Maybe. Because I was going to say, I don't know why no one else helped, but Clark might not have powers, because I know in one of the Superman books, I don't know if he wasn't getting yellow sun through that dome, so he was pretty much powerless.
Well, then I'm not sure if the dome went away and this stuff is defeated. Did everything go back to normal?
They took a few things from some of these books and kept, because this is when Clark was powerless and him and Lois were stuck under one of those domes. That's when they had John Kent. That's when they had their son during this whole thing. So, because then I forget which Superman book it was. Yeah, that's when they actually have Batman has to deliver their baby. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, so who do you think? So yeah, who else? I'm thinking, it's Bruce who's kind of behind them, because then it's probably Wally with the red hair as the best man, and then Alfred's obviously at the far back.
Yeah, I'd say it's either Roy or Wally probably back there as the...
Yeah, and then do you think maybe it's Donna who's the...
Maybe.
Dark... Then I'm not sure who the blonde is there.
One of them might be Black Canary, but I don't know who the other one is.
Well, but I was wondering if Black Canary might be one of the bridesmaids.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I think those must be Birds of Prey bridesmaids, right?
Probably.
But I forget who all is blonde. Black Canary's blonde.
Yeah. Because they really, because I was going to say, this whole thing, even like what happens after this, they never really go back to this, so.
Right, yeah. Right, well, and, yeah, I mean, because this is, like, dipping in, at least as far as her being Oracle, I mean, to pre-New 52, because I don't know if she really knew, I didn't know if she knew Black Canary in New 52 until Rebirth happened, because didn't they not start the Birds of Prey book back up until Rebirth?
I'm trying to remember, they rebooted that a couple times. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see, I can't remember if they did New 52. I know they did something in Rebirth, but yeah, I don't think they did Birds of Prey right away. Let's see if they had a Birds of Prey. Oh, something's coming up here. Oh yeah, they did have a Birds of Prey. Let me. Oh yeah, I think that's Black Canary. Yeah, because yeah, I think that's Black Canary over there on the.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like Poison Ivy and Katana too. Yeah, I can't remember how long it lasted, but yeah, they did have a Birds of Prey in the New 50. Yeah, because Barbara was even yeah, it was Birds of Prey, but she was Batgirl.
Yeah, and then they had a Birds of Prey with Rebirth for a little while, but I think it got canceled.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, this is definitely pre-New 52. This story, you know.
Also, the last page, particularly that wedding page, really reminds me of that Nightwing Annual #1, where he has that fake wedding.
Yeah, I know.
Like, really reminds me. It feels like it's really channeling that different.
Yeah. But I mean, they definitely wanted to give them a happy ending because, you know, we don't come back to this version of them, so.
I think it was supposed to be like, oh, this could have happened if the New 52 hadn't happened, and we'd all be like, oh, okay.
Seriously, yeah. Oh, yeah, people could play with so much with these, because like I said, they were for, like, different eras, so it's like, yeah, you know, like next episode when we do the Teen Titans stuff, you know, I think that's like the team from the 80s, so it's like, oh, hey, what if they stayed together? What if, you know, Nightwing and Starfire got together?
Right, yeah, because there's a Convergence Batgirl, and it's Stephanie as Batgirl. Well, and there's a Convergence New Teen Titans and a Convergence Titans.
Yeah.
And in the Titans, Dick's not in that one.
No, I think
it's like Donna and Roy and Starfire are in Titans.
Yeah, because that one, I think that was the Titans, like, I don't know if it's like right before New 52 or close to. It was like, I think it was probably like the Titans from the 2000s, at least some of them.
Yeah, it was one of those. Yeah. Titans. Right, yeah, and they had like a Batman Shadow with a bat, and even a Catwoman. So yeah, they had.
Oh yeah, because I think it was that the Shadow of the Bat one. I think it was Bruce as Batman, and I think it was like Jean Paul Valley in his Batman suit too. It was like the two of them.
Yeah, and Batman and the Outsiders looks very 80s.
Oh yeah,
it's like the picture on the front, like they did that version.
That's what I'm saying. They were plucking people from all kinds of decades in this.
Convergence, the New Teen Titans, yeah, that's some Disco Wing for sure. So, but yeah, I mean, I guess if your point is to be like, oh, let's wrap some of these things that you liked before we messed it up, it makes sense to do that. So, there we go.
All right. So, anything else on these?
No, I mean, I thought it was good. I didn't like the art as much as I thought I would.
Oh, I thought that. I like the art. Yeah, what did you like about it?
I don't know, I guess I just thought Dick was like too boxy or something. I should say, I like the art, I didn't like his face.
Oh, the face, yeah. I mean, could that just be hard living under this dome for a year?
No, I think it's not that it's bad, it's just it's not my favorite style. His face was like his face I felt like was very 90s, like early 90s before he got his own ongoing. You know how he was drawn in that, the short Nightwing where he first gets the new suit, the one that's famous because he like starts out and he's super hairy and he's wearing that ridiculous polka dotted shirt.
Okay. Yeah.
But I felt that sometimes the way his face was drawn in this one kind of reminded me of that where, I don't know, I feel like there's a little bit of an aesthetic where it was like very, I don't know, this sounds ridiculous. His face felt like too boxy and too manly. It was like too much of a Bruce face. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if I'm sure it's the artist's style, but too, I wonder if they were just kind of trying to go for a throwback look too, because they are different eras. Yeah.
Right, yeah, because there are definitely some other stuff. But yeah, but like at the end when they're getting married, how his face is a little bit different. Like I really liked it. So yeah, it's just like a total. I thought Barbara was very well done. Just sometimes I felt like Dick's face was.
Oh yeah.
Not my preferred face. like whatever. It's 1,000 times better than I could draw.
Oh yeah, definitely me too. All right, I'm pulling up the schedule. I'm pretty sure I know. I'm 99.9% sure I know what's coming up. But all right. So, like I said, we're so close to 100, kids, because next week will be episode 99.
What?
Yeah. So, like I said, more Convergence, New Teen Titans 1 and 2, and then in 2 weeks our big 100th episode. Have some surprises for you there, and then episode 101 will be, like I said, more Convergence with they call it Detective Comics number 1 and 2, but it's basically Dick Grayson of Earth 2 and Huntress.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like from pre-Crisis on.
Okay, it's from like back in the day. Oh, the one where he's a lawyer and stuff?
I think so. It's like the 70s.
I don't even know if I read that one.
From like the 70s, early 80s. Yeah, it's the one where like he like never becomes Nightwing. He just stays Robin even like after Batman dies, and even after, when he's an adult and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think they had in like Crisis on Infinite Earths, like he had like he was starting to get like gray hair, and he's still like Robin.
Yeah. He just like wears some pants and stuff.
Oh yeah. He just changes his
yeah, but Dick becomes a lawyer and then an ambassador to a not racist South Africa. It's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, because I remember when I first saw it, I was like, ew, why is Dick ambassador to such a terrible country? Not that like we can speak from being from the U.S. But then they were like, apartheid didn't happen. I was like, oh,
well, yeah.
Okay, so it's a completely different South Africa.
Because it was like Earth 2, yeah.
So that's the beauty of Earth 2. All your problems are solved.
Yep. All right. Anything else on the?
And then probably the week. So will the new issue be the week of Detective Comics Convergence, or the week after that?
Let me see. I'm trying to remember. Oh man, it'll be July already. Let's see.
I'm speeding away.
What is it? 82 is the next one.
Yeah.
I think. Hold on. Look this up. Yeah, it's good. I should always have that on hand just so we can update the kids. Looks like July 20th, so.
Alright, so that'll be the week after.
It's about a month.
So it looks like it's coming out a week later than it did this month.
Yeah, it's sometimes they shift stuff, and I don't like that. But, yeah.
Maybe stuff is behind because of the holiday.
Could be. Yeah. They might have moved it back, yeah, because I bet you if there is a shipment, be a couple days before 4th, because 4th of July is on a Sunday, but unless it's the week out, I don't know. But yeah, so about a month from now, we'll get our new issue.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm just making stuff. I'm just making suggestions.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll squeeze it in. But yeah, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't interrupt our episode 100. So we're all good. All right. So anything else?
That's everything on my end.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again. Next time, come back for Convergence, New Teen Titans, and then come back for our big episode 100 with
But come back on Wednesday, right?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was gonna say, can we switch back to Monday?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, something came up, but yes,
I didn't even change it in my phone. So,
good,
yeah.
Good. Don't change it, but well, I don't know. I mean, we'll probably do episode 100 that Monday, but that's 2 weeks of episode 100. But yes, the last guest star you'll probably expect, kids. So. A marvelous guest star. So send your thoughts, email us capesandlunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-capes. And remember to follow Nightwing News on Facebook, Twitter. Find links to all of our various social medias for all the shows, links to this YouTube channel, links to the Patreon, links to merch. Here, all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And please remember to support our sponsor. Well, what sponsors? No, go. I'm so out of it. Go check out everything Southgate Media Group at southgatemediagroup.com. Go check out the Southgate Media Group Patreon. Got a bunch of free stuff and paid content there. So there's something for everybody. But you can support us by picking up Pod Life the book, now on digital and paperback. And fans of this show especially, you should go pick up Dick Grayson Boy Wonder, another great book. Speaking of, wasn't that 2015 too? So
yeah.
If you want to get in that, speaking of Convergence, if you want to get in that 2015 spirit, yes, go pick up Dick Grayson Boy Wonder. But You could pick that and Pod Life up on Amazon. And when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that crazy hawk person himself, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom.
Please kick me in the pants. Mark my words.
All right. The only plug you have is the Grayson Boy Wonder. We covered that. But people, go get it. But thank you for joining us again for Convergence next week. What if he ended up with Starfire? We'll find out.
What if it was still the 80s?
Exactly. And what if the antagonists weren't as bad as these people, as the Hawk people? We'll find out. And again, episode 100, don't miss it. Something for everybody. DC fans, maybe Marvel fans. Getting closer, gotta drop some hints. Alright, kids. Until then, come back next time. Same wing time.
Same wing channel.
Hey there everyone, I'd like to tell you about the YouTube channel I Am Your Target Demographic. If you're a fan of comics, we have plenty that you'll enjoy over there, including a series called Heroes Like Us that explores comic characters of all sorts of different identities. And we even have a series that defines words that are used in nerd culture that you may not know what they mean. So you can check us out by heading to YouTube and searching I Am Your Target Demographic, or look up IAYTD on any social media outlet.